Keepable hand. And if you move those trackers and confinements to the main deck, your sideboard also opens up a little bit. I would also play Blossoming Calm over Helix if you want a sideboard card for burn. I would play... Yeah, if you move that Fury to the main deck, you also get an extra sideboard slot. Might play Prismatic Ending over Helix too if you're looking for removal, but I'm not a big fan of Helix at the moment in general. Pure, I think with 6 months, appreciate you. Late for Stoneblade. We lost at 2-1 twice. We also played against 6 really weird decks. We played against just like 6 off-meta decks, which is like really weird for Stoneblade because like you're usually like trying to feel like you're like a really metagamed list. But you know, 4-2 overall is not bad. Change the title. So I think we're playing against Rhinos here. I really don't hope they don't have a Force of Negation for my old blood son. Guess I've got a second one now, but I don't think Rhinos is a great. I guess we're a Chalice deck. We've got Chalices. Helps a decent amount, I imagine. And then we could maybe overpower some Crashing Footfalls if this Blood Sun resolves. It'll be a lot harder if it gets forced. It does look like they have force. I shouldn't have 6 though, because I could draw a Chalice. Not a bad draw. Gets rid of a Rhino. And like, one thing I've really found in this deck is like, you just don't care that much about card disadvantage, since you can just really overpower a lot of your opponents. I'm gonna jam a Teferi, I guess. They have ice? They're gonna ice me on my upkeep? That's totally fine. Forcer Borrower? I mean, if they're gonna Petty Theft my Blood Sun, that's okay. Oh, whoops. Need to tap that for white. Yeah, just reading Blood Sun. Maybe. I wonder how many people think you're playing Belcher. Someone needled Belcher against me once on turn 1. Okay, so Force Pitching Borrower into maybe Violent Outburst. We did have the Outburst. Next turn I have 9 mana though. I can ending one of these tokens for 1 mana. Okay, I guess that's our turn, huh? I should just tap for white first. Would I say Rhinos is better than Living In? I think both are fine. I don't know. I haven't been playing against or with much of either. I've been trying some like Rhinos Brews a little bit. But I haven't been playing like with or against either that much. I guess that's actually I've been playing against Living In more than Rhinos lately. It seems like a totally fine deck at the moment. Now that you mention it, I actually have played against a decent amount of Living Ends in recent weeks. Where has Cascade been on the downturn? I don't know. It's like a lot of I feel like a lot of modern metagame shifts are like kind of impossible to predict, like exactly why they're happening. I would say that like to be honest, I feel like people don't really know why, and I also don't really know why. I don't know if people. I feel like to be honest, the biggest contributing factor to like Cascade decks being on the decline is that people are bored of playing them. If I'm being 100% honest, and like I feel like I almost never say that about a deck. I feel like that's like almost never like the reason I would give, but I genuinely feel like that's why. It just is like the decks are just not that fun to play. They're really repetitive. Rise gets crushed by Grixis Shadow. I don't know if I'd say crushed, but I think they're unfavored. Yeah, Rhinos is also bad against Hammer Time, so I guess those are probably the reasons. Because Chalice is good again. I mean, Chalice is good, but it's still not like that popular, I feel. Yeah, do wake up board of rhinos. I feel like that's like a surprisingly big part of that. And I don't say that lightly, you know, like I feel like that is like very rarely the case, but I kind of feel like that's a big part of the reason is that it's just like kind of a boring deck to play. The games are like really, really repetitive. But I think the decks are still good too. Not everybody's bored of them. I think I'll cast the Kaheera. And hold the Sacred Foundry for Awakening. Almost in garbage time, I'd say. Do I want to play one Ending or one Nexus? I feel like Nexus can be good in this matchup. I'm going to play the one Ending instead. Just excel it right now. I'm going to get a granola bar too. I also board the Ragavans in his combo decks like Belcher. Yeah, Tron Burn Control. Belcher. I'm on a mulligan. I really want like a Chalice. Let's keep this one. It sounds pretty good if it draws a land. Force of Negation. Yeah, I agree those hands with rhinos where you just like never draw your third land. Those are kind of the worst. Alright. Thank you, Valakut Awakening, for just being you. So, unfortunately for us, it seems they're on Violent Outburst and not Shredless Agent. This Blood Moon be kind of bad for us too. Although they would have gotten Forest off this and then Island here. Forest. They have two forests, which is weird. And I guess now they're getting Island and they're going to Blood Moon me. But I have Force up and I'm going to pitch Deluge, I guess. Do you have any retirement plans? Fuck no. We don't do that here. I didn't have retirement plans when I had a real job. I don't know. I'll work on it. I guess. I mean, they didn't counter the Deluge there. I think I'm still gonna hold up the I mean, I could slam the Teferi. Seems like, let's do it. Let's slam the Teferi. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? Win the trophy race. Yeah, I did know that Amy and Tutors were cousins. It's pretty cool. I like Amy a lot. I did I did the Strixhaven D&D campaign, and I was on an episode with Amy, and Amy was like, she was just like by far the funniest person there. It was, she was so freaking funny. She played a druid that like was growing. She was growing hallucinogenic mushrooms on the like. out of themselves. It was like, it was just so funny. Alright, so just have to dodge a Blood Moon, I guess. They just put out the day for SCG cons. That's cool. Probably not going to go to very many, but that is exciting. Yeah, thinking about shocking. They must have Seasoned Pyromancer, right? Philly, Indy, Dallas. I'll go to Dallas. I just like, I don't usually, I have found like in the past at least, it's like really never been worth it to, like to do like the like $700 weekends for like these SCG events for me personally. I just feel like the EV is not there. I'll probably, maybe I'll like travel to like one or two, but I don't really foresee myself traveling to too many personally. But you never know. I might get the itch, that itch. Anybody got any itches in the chat? I have lice, so yes. Sorry, I asked. Sorry, I asked. I have eczema, does that count? I'll count it. Yeah. Your eczema is valid here. Yeah, I have played Chandra, just to kill. I like it, for sure, yeah. I've tried light up to stage 2, yeah. I think I block here. Could block like this, too. So if they have Violent Outburst, then I guess blocking like this is a bit better. They didn't have Violent Outburst. Maybe they have another agent. But what's nice is like Kaheera can like let these guys be first strike and the Rhinos don't matter as much. No, don't kill my Kaheera, please. I need that Kaheera. Seems like they've got an answer to it. 2 damage and then loot. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna attack and then Fury kill the other Rhino. Because I could take 3 here. But then I've got, you know, lethal presented next turn. Kaheera never does anything besides pitch to Force or to Solitude. It never does anything besides pitch to Solitude. Cast lets your response to play around Dispute off loot. But I just want to cast the Fury instead. Because I think I want to Solitude the Borrower here. I just want to get him. It's a good card for them here, huh? Good card for me. To be fair, you already did do a thing. I mean, it ate a mode on Prismatic Command. I feel like that's something. We could agree to disagree. Yeah, I think the only way I really lose this game is if I get tempoed out a little bit, so just gonna play the long game here a little bit. Like, even if they get my Fury off the field, I can chump block, and then I've got a million cards. Fury number 2. That is kind of the best draw, huh? 3 damage to Fury, 1 damage to Teferi. Attack Teferi, probably, and then I chump block. Attacking me. I mean, I'm not gonna go to 2. Pretty good draw. Oh, thank you so much, sweetheart.
You didn't realize I was making pancakes?
I didn't know. I have no sense of smell. That's not because of COVID, chat. I've never had a sense of smell. Esther can tell you.
Athena, come here. Get out of there. Come on.
Okay, we ending Fury? Yeah, but why would you want to? We got the Cryptic Commands. No, seriously, I've always, my entire life, had a very weak sense of smell. But I can, now that the pancakes are right here, I can lightly smell the pancake scents, huh? It's fine. Nothing is impossible for Lotus Field. It's pretty nice when you just get to like say to their best possible. That's fine. No big deal. Easy peasy. Finally found a Chalice, huh? Oops, red tap for red. My biggest weakness is never tapping for red. I want to know. These will give me the fuel for a 5-0, Esther. 2 pancakes equal 1 5-0. I think it's a Lurrus deck. Love to have Ending plus Chalice against the Lurrus deck. They put back a second Seachrome Coast, I think. Maybe we should play Canal on one, actually. Mill? Oh, no. Well, Mill's actually, not a bad matchup, especially because of Nexus in the board. I think we lost to Mill with this deck once, playing for a 5-0. I think the matchup's okay. It at the very least gets a lot better in sideboard games after you have the Nexus in your deck. I might have a Drown here, but then I can Fury the crab next turn, maybe. Spike seems like a cool guy. Somebody to invite to dinner. Want me to date your daughter, Misplaced Ginger? I would say that parents tend to like me of all the partners I've had. I unfortunately don't get invited to dinner ever because I'm terrible at conversation. Rude Crew, thank you for the 16 months. Appreciate you. Chat will tell you I'm very popular with moms. Okay, the toss is me for only 8 cards. It's not too bad. I'm just gonna cast a Fury, I think. Alright, that second Tasha's also hits for only 8 cards. It's another strength of this matchup is the high curve, huh? Okay. Pretty good draw. I'm playing that because I want to be able to Kaheera next turn. Not joking. Kaheera's lethal if they fetch. Right? No, sorry, it's a little... Not quite. Field of Ruins is a bit awkward if you play Bloodsun. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that field is awkward if I play Bloodsun? You're positive. %100% sure about that? Fran, why would you ever say that this seems locked up? Who are we benefiting by saying that? Just asking to die. The opponent probably? I agree. I agree. Yeah, Misplaced Ginger, another benefitter of the early call. Like, if they just have Archive Trap here, I'm, like, kind of toast. Like, I need to go... Bounce draw? Oh, I guess drawing's maybe bad, because now I'm dead to... Oh, no, I'm not dead to Fractured Sanity, actually. Oh, I am because of this Valakut Awakening. Yeah. So I guess I should have counter-tapped. Or maybe just not cast the Awakening there? Could have bounced and countered Awakening. That would have been a pretty good line. We got there though, thankfully. I like that suggestion though. Alright, so let me cut the Fire Ices, and then I think I like to keep the endings in and cut the Solitudes. Cut the 4th Fury. Maybe I should play 1 Solitude for like surgical purposes, and then cut the 4th ending. Is it Rip good? Yeah, I guess Rip's fine. Let's be like 62, play 2 Rips. Ever missed Teferi 3? Yeah, I miss Teferi every single time I have Teferi, man, it would be good. Every time I have no cards in my hand and I'm top decking, man, I'm like, man, I really miss Teferi right now. But I think Teferi is just too high on the curve. Like, you already have a lot of 3s. It's awkward with Lotus Field. They always have the 0-3 crab, huh? Why not Kaheera? I boarded in Ragavan. Well, we hit a Nexus of Fate. Those have the 8 crabs. Well, yeah, but this crab is not that good against Ragavan. But this one is good against Ragavan. Ahmed, 60 months, 6 buddy. It's a long time. Time really do be flying, huh? Teferi certainly with this deck at yeah. If Teferi was easier to cast in the deck, we'd obviously consider it more seriously. It's the kind of classic, but if the card were better in the list, you'd play it, right? Alright, let's hold up Awakening / Force here. I've already milled 2 Blood Suns, which is kind of awkward because I'd really like one. 2 crabs are so much. I should keep ending against mill. I trimmed 1 copy of ending. I have 3 endings in the deck. I also have Solitudes and Furies that can kill crabs. I also recognize that ending would be the best card here, chat. I can see the board. I get it. I know it's the best card possible here. Similar to difficult casts. Iteration is like maybe a little bit easier to cast. Oh, bummer. But Memory, we already have 4 Deluge as like our main card advantage spell. It's not like you really need that one so bad. If I still have a Bloodstone in my deck, I could possibly win. Wait, does this kill me? Nope. Oh, but I drew the Nexus, and then my deck is just all lands. Okay. Game 3, huh? Maybe I'll play the 4th ending, huh? Let's do 63. Yeah, I just can't keep the Force on this like low of a mulligan. If I get to you know, rattle off a couple lands, I'm feeling okay about this hand. Ragavan off the top, I'm sure. Ruin Crab will summon it to the top of my library. Tapped Watery Grave. They surgical my Ragavans. Okay. That does mean I'm somewhat light on win conditions. I have to win with an elemental. But I think this is fine. Yeah, Bloodstone shuts off field. Turns trap off for the most part. Turns off their fetches. Turns off a Boro. Pretty relevant. Not the worst draw, maybe? Oh, so I was worried they had Spell Pierce for a second. Yeah, them not surgically. I agree, them not surgically Teferi is weird. Okay, Flagstone's bad draw. I think I'm gonna tank it. Dude, it hit 17 cards. Oh no, sorry, it hit. Wait, they left a Ragavan in the. Oh, they left the Ragavan in the yard, so it hit 14 cards, which is kind of unlucky, I feel. Okay, this feels bad. We don't get the trigger, but I need to find Lotus Field, I think. Ding ding. Drake, thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate you. A little break. Back to be back. Thank you, buddy, for being back. I also haven't revealed the Nexus at all yet. Okay, I only have 14 cards in my yard, so I'll just let the draw 1 happen. Did they exile Nexus? Oh, no, they didn't. They didn't. I forgot to look. That would have been so bad. They could have Drown up for my Teferi. I think it's probably important to try to protect the Teferi. I also, again, I have right now, I think, I have 2 Fury, 1 Solitude in the deck, and I need to stick one of those to win. Yeah, I know they've seen the Nexus, but what I'm saying is, they haven't revealed it yet, which means, like, whenever they reveal Nexus, I just get, like, a free card that, like, didn't get milled, and I haven't got any of those yet. Okay, they hit my only Solitude. I still have 2 Fury. I still have, yes, okay. Found the Fury, awesome. So now things are get a lot easier, I feel. Assuming I get to resolve this Teferi. Wow, just snap resolved. Okay, feeling good. Okay, let's play Chalice. Oh wait, hold on. Let me ending a crab first. Okay, that loses its ability. They finally hit the Nexus. The middle matchup is always, like, so stressful, dude. They can't be Nexus Fury? I don't think so. Let's not make any sweeping statements, though. Let's not get too cocky here. Forgot about Luris. Yeah, I mean, why? Luris isn't even better than the 15 sideboard card. Oh, whoops. Oh, sorry. I meant to play my land. I forgot that I had this end-step trigger. So we're fine. I didn't mean to play the Awakening, though. I could Nexus Deluge here and try to hit Nexus. I think I'm just gonna pass. Start off 2-0 every league today so far, I guess. Opponent missing, they can field of ruin Lotus Fields. I don't know what's a meme and what's not anymore. But I don't know if this, because someone was like, you're gonna be upset about Field of Ruin on your field when you Blood Sun, but Blood Sun also turns off field. Okay, so we have Ending, Fire Ice. I think it's a non-Luris deck. I think I'm gonna mulligan. This hand's very close though. This hand's better. Okay. I guess I put back second Lotus Field. Second time playing against Enchantress today. It's been such a weird day, but I feel like Lotus Field is a good deck for weird days. Opponent's Multi 5. I might want to cast the Awakening if I draw a land next turn. Otherwise, I'll play a tap to guarantee the sun into field. I don't know how this matchup is, to be honest. I have no idea. Oh, maybe we should have played Flagstones because if I drew Ending. Yeah. Another Nexus matchup. We have the Wear Tears. Incoming Moon next turn. Hope not. Spinner. It's okay. Okay, Spinner beats Chalice. Kind of funny interaction. Thank you, Salty. Curious why you want to play Flagstones second. So if I play Flagstones on 1, I could draw ending the sprawl, and then play Awakening tap to guarantee having the third untap land for Blood Sun. Sanctum Weaver, huh? So I'm probably gonna fire this. Then I want to Solitude the Spinner, but maybe I'll just like bounce this Forest right now. I feel like I kind of like that. Really fight them on their mana. Could have also maybe tried to bounce the Awakening. I'm not 100% sure. Next turn I can Hardcast Solitude and Chalice on 1 if I want. Chalice on 2 also seems pretty good against them. So I could maybe go Kaheera, exile this, Chalice on 2. Good way to turn. I think I'll just wait a turn on the Chalice. We'll be probably okay. My opponent seemed awful. It kind of depends on how many growths they had, right? If they should have a million growths, I feel like their hand's kind of a fine keep. Ragavan is maybe a card I'll play on the play. I think I'm going to skip it on the draw. Let me trim at least one copy of Fury. Maybe one Fury, one Solitude trim to one Fire Ice. Trim the third Chalice in the draw. They kept hand with that card drawer. I wasn't under the impression that you could just like never. I don't think that you can just you always have to mulligan to an Enchantress, especially if you have like 3 growths. But they probably didn't have all 3 in their opening hand, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's another factor for sure, Fran, is that they knew the matchup. That's not something I really factored in, but they said they've been watching the stream, so they knew what I was on. Yeah. Alright, they mulled to 6. I'm gonna ending this sprawl, I think. Oh yeah, if they mulligan that hand, their keep is probably fine. They also had Destiny Spinner, which is relevant against my Chalices and Cryptics. Yeah, I really want to draw a land next turn, huh? Untap land. Well, Presence is really good. I think I have to blow up the Sterling Grove. I was kind of hoping they'd sack the Grove, but now they're probably not going to. I missed the land, so maybe game 3 is where we settle this. Review deck tech. Can you post a link in chat? I'll take a look. A good timing. Well, I'm just, you know, 60, 75 Prismatic Endings. I mean, this would be good, but unfortunately, I think you've neglected the fact that this is actually an illegal deck. You can only have maximum of 4 copies of any singular card. But if that wasn't the case, I'd say that yeah, this is probably a good way to beat up on Mill. Thanks for the $15. Streaming's pretty easy, huh? Alright, we're gonna have to go over the top of this, I guess. Which is not gonna be easy. You know what Solitude for Grove Engine? I don't think I had second white card when they cast the Solitude. Okay, I mean, I would love to Chalice here, but they've got the Spinner, so I'm just gonna Deluge. Uh-oh. I can't Force of Negation that either. Let's go to game 3. We're dead. Get 3 on the play for game 3, though. I feel like I am more interested in the 3rd Chalice on the play. I also kind of want the 3rd Fire Ice on the play, too. I don't think I'm going to play the Ragavans. They'd probably be fine, though. What's wrong with Force of Negation? I don't know what you're asking. I'm sorry. I could have Force of Negation their because they had Destiny Spinner, which makes their enchantments uncounterable. If that's what you're asking, I guess that's what you're asking. It's in my sideboard for game 3. Oh, I don't know. Like Force is good against like exactly Enchantress's Presence. I guess it's good against Blood Moon too. We've got a lot of other answers for those cards. I feel like it's not a card I'm super high on. But maybe we should have sided the Demand. Can be kind of tough to know for sure. Couldn't you Solitude the Spinner than Force? No, they had Sterling Grove. Also, you know, forgot that I didn't have Force in the deck. Okay, so I can't ice them this turn. I understand that now, RNG. I understand now. But yeah, again, but it's good against Blood Moon. They only play 1 Blood Moon though, and it's good against Enchantress's Presence. But there's like really nothing else you want to force. Okay, a Shroud, unfortunately. Yeah, I agree that countering Presence is important, but again, we have, you know, we have Wear Terror's post-board, we have Prismatic Endings, we have, you know, we've got other answers to it. Also, I guess open to hear what you'd want to play instead. So I think I'm icing the island on their upkeep. Why do you think they only played Blood Moon? Oh, maybe I should just keep the Cryptic up. Every Enchantress list I've seen has only played one Blood Moon to turn up Sterling Grove. It's a 2 to target for Grove. I've never seen it done any other way. That's why I think that. Yeah, I agree the Cryptic Up is better. Oh, I should have played the Canal, yeah. Alright, I think I need to bounce the Grove here. They're gonna sack it and tutor, though. If they don't have Veil. And they do fetch Blood Moon, which isn't necessarily that bad. I've got basics, and I've got, you know, cards in my deck that answer the Blood Moon. I guess I could have played the Blood Sun first here, actually. A little missteps. They have 6 mana. 7 mana. They drew Blood Moon for turn. You ever consider Fracture Gust in your sideboard? It's always so funny when we play against Enchantress. Everybody starts bringing up Fracturing Gust. Just come on, guys, please. Please, I don't need a sideboard card for this matchup. It's just not very common. And it is really awkward with Chalice and Bloodstone too. Like, I think that's like it's a big reason to not play it. What's happening? Wish? Why are they playing Wish? Wish, and then they play Blood Moon from their exile zone, I guess? Do I just tuck the Blood Moon? I feel like I don't necessarily care that much about it. Let me cycle. I guess maybe I should have cycled playing this. Alright, I'll minus. I feel like if they play Sterling Grove, I don't get to get rid of the Blood Moon anymore. I think they also have another Blood Moon in their hand, right? They wished for this one, I think. So I guess they have 2 in their deck. I've never seen them play Wish before. Seems so weird. They're wishing again? Why are they floating other mana first? They're playing Grove? Okay, then Moon. Now they're floating 2 mana. They just let it go. So I could go minus on Sterling Grove, but then they get to crack it. Then I could go second Teferi. It's probably correct. Oh, they just let it get tucked? Okay. They have a mana to crack it. They have Windswept Teeth in play. They have a mana to crack it. I can't believe they still have Ontonice in their deck. What a great draw. Maybe I'll take Cryptic Command Wear Tear. I don't know that I really need the second Lotus Field here. Yeah, that's definitely a really hidden mode on Kaheera. They'll hold the Awakening for now. It's like a good window to cast it. Let's put back the other Teferi. GG. What a stressful, stressful, like, every match today has been so weird. Get my Solitude back with Ending, I guess. Alright, on the play. I'll keep Chalice in the play against the Lurrus deck. We can fix our mana with playing the second Flagstones on turn 2, too. Opponent's mulled to 5, so probably playing Hammer. I feel like most other Lurrus decks don't mulligan that aggressively. Obviously, any deck can mull to 5, though. Neo Brandon coming. Unlikely with the old Lurrus, I think. Lurrus in the hand on turn 2. Not the strongest turn 2. I really want to hit a land drop, so I think I'm icing here. Guess that's a land. You can guess their Lurrus. Lurrus is just a 3-2 right now. Do you miss playing Wildfire? Am I happy with Fire Ice? Playing a different role? That's better for the decks. Yeah, Fire Ice has been better for me than Wildfire. I haven't really missed Wildfire that much. I think this has been the sideboard plan. Let me double check my guide, which you can find on CFB Pro if you guys really like spending your money efficiently. Yeah, this is what I have. Okay. Is Ragavan good because you never sight in? Well, I don't know. Like, I want something for blue-white control, Tron, control decks, and I also bring it in against Burn, although it's like less relevant there. And so it is a really versatile sideboard card. We haven't, played against the matches where I do sight it in yet today, but I do sight it in a lot, and it's like. And, I think having an effect like that is really important because you're a Chalice of the Void, Fury, Solitude, Prismatic Ending deck, so you have these dead cards in those kinds of matchups, and so you want a package of cards that is good against that spread of decks. And I know, for these 3 matches, or 4 matches, we haven't played against any of them, but that's also fine, right? Win 15-0 with Wildfire? I thought we were 14. I thought we lost that last match for the 15-0. I think I wait a turn on the Fury. Max punished for waiting. Feels bad. Is Sentinel alright if you can't afford Ragavan? It's worse. Sentinel's not cheap either. I don't know. You guys can figure out how you want to build your sideboard, but that's the hurdle you need to overcome. As much in general, yeah, I think it's pretty good. We're 4 Solitude, 4 Fury, 4 Ending, Wear Tear, Chalice deck. It's favorable. They left me with Fury? What the hell? It's just so important so that I don't let them draw off Sentinel, I feel. I guess I could ice this turn. Yeah, let's actually ice something for making a token. Oh, I should probably have played one of my chalices on 0. Let's see if we get punished. Any fusers? Punish for playing the Chalice on 0. Kaheera, to me! Answer my call! I summon thee to the hand! Alright, Luris, Big Scary. Good thing we got Big Fury, huh? Yeah, that didn't work yesterday, but I was able to actually summon Kaheera to hand this time. Very good draw for my opponent. So they probably play their hammer here, right? Yeah. Which is really bad if they have a paladin. Pretty sure I still need to Fury here. Fury's also pretty... I guess I can block the... I guess it kind of depends on what their hand is. Just attack. I'm attacking them for 3 down to 11. And then I have 11 points of power in play next turn. Okay. Yeah, Blue Moon's a fine deck. They don't have Metalcraft. Yeah, I mean, they can possibly... It's not... They're one artifact away from Metalcraft, right? But yeah. Chalice on 0 maybe helps. Outfitter. Yeah, we're dead to a land here. But they didn't have one, I guess. Make them block. Was Outfitter and Inkmoth done missing? The Inkmoth loses flying from the hammer, so I could just block with Kaheera, and then the hammer falls off. Why this deck doesn't see how to play? Seems sick. A lot of previous rerolls. This deck is very difficult to pilot. It's very difficult to just pick up and play. And people think this deck is bad. You know, like I think the general impression of Lotus Field is that it's bad, but I continuously crush with it. I think the deck is very good. This land, take land, tap fires. No, they can animate Nexus and chump block. It's not lethal. And then they still have their paladin creature. It might be chat lethal, though. Uh-oh. Yeah, this doesn't quite get me. I can chump block here. Because they're 1 minute. They can't... It still, loses flying, thankfully. Then they can move the hammer here, and then this Nexus dies. But then they've got, you know, a hammered paladin. I think I'm just icing. My other option is to Flashback Deluge. If I find a Fire Ice with that, I can have lethal, but that doesn't play around another hammer. Yeah, eating 12 and deluging is also, like, a fine choice. But the problem is, like we're just, like, dead to a hammer there. Although I guess we could find Solitude white card. I don't know. Okay. Classic Solitude, no white card. Play the land so I can draw a land in Cryptic plus Fury next turn. Is it Deluge 7? Yeah, I have 7 mana. Dead to hammer. Dead to any artifact. Ah! Alright, game 3 on the play. Oh yeah, also eating 12 that turn also puts us dead to any artifacts. On the Nexus. Yeah, definitely a hard game. Yeah, super punish for the Chalice on 0 too. I don't know. I thought it was fine when we did it though. We get to be able to play for game 3. This matchup's fine. It'll be okay. Sorry, I gotta get my tunes together. All right, good start for us. Fair. All right, playing this so I can have Cryptic up next turn. Whoops. Oopsie doopsie, huh? Bounce challenge response to destroy? Yeah. I think I let it go. Because they just get to resolve, like, their 1-drops here. I want to save this for Luris, too. What a sick rip. Good to hear, Pumpkin. Gotta draw some action. I think I ending the aid. Hold the lands for Valakut Awakening, of course. Thank you, Aquinas. Ding, 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 indeed. All right. Playing for trophy 34 and playing for the top of the board, huh? The 10 pack is translated into a 1 die roll, so thank you, Logurt, for the 1 die roll. Have to mulligan this hand, though. We're playing against the Luris deck. We have a good 6-card hand. If we rip a land off the top, I'm going to go ahead and go to 5. We have a terrible 5. We have to go to 4. Not about 4. Rack through the 4 months. Our 7 was definitely a mulligan. I was so listen. No, we made the right plays here, I feel. We're also not 0% copium. Draw Cryptic, Solitude Fury. Come on, Cryptic Command! I summon thee! Cryptic Command, hear my call! Oh, man. me! Let's go! Please! Oh no, I don't have the red card. I don't have the mana. Damn it. Pretty good Multifor, though. Game 2. We're kind of pre-boarded for these matchups.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
I think I'm resubmitting. No, I think I'm just resubmitting. They play Lava Dart. I like Ragavan against Burn. I don't like it so much against Prowess. I think every time I've screamed for a card to be summoned to my hand, it hasn't worked. So maybe I should stop doing that. Chalice is really good against them. Yeah. We could have kept that 6-card hand, and if we rip a land off the top, we Chalice, but I kind of feel like the average 5 was way better. Yeah, I think it's a good bit too. Wait, there's a Kappa? Oh no. I was having a lot of fun with that one. Oh no. I thought it was a good bit. Try Whispering. I hate the Whispering. Okay, let's keep this. Good ham. Holding Fire Ice is good against Ragavan. But I'm just gonna do this instead. I might want to pitch the Fire Ice to Fury. I think I play the Blood Sun here. It's kind of close. I'm just not that scared of Ragavan dashing in general. Turning off fetch lands is nice. Not gonna Fury just the Soulscar Mage. Exiles Lotus Field, sad. Plays a dead fetch land though, good. Jeez. Fetch land back to life, huh? I think let's go Ending, hold up Cryptic here. It's pretty mana efficient. And I'm kind of scared of like playing the Fury like when they still have a creature in play, possibly, since I think I'll let that go. Yeah, it'd be really great for me to tap out and Fury both of those guys, but okay, I'm not gonna be able to afford to try to 2-2 split, so I'm just gonna bounce here, then Fury the mage. Wow. Tap draw. I think I was wanting to hold the Cryptic for something played in the second main phase. Like I can take 2 here. Swiftspear is unlikely to survive this. Hard for them to trigger Prowess 3 times. You have to go like Bolt, Dart, Dart, or something. So I can go Teferi, Fire, Ragavan. It's pretty good. I could die to the mage. So I guess I could also pitch. Seems pretty good to me. Not really sure how I lose with this line. So stressful. Bounce, is it land? Well, if they just have any 1 mana burn spell, they have 2 mana up, so if I bounce a land and I go for Fury, they can cast any spell to trigger Prowess to stop the Fury from working, so I don't like that line very much. Just casting Ragavan perfectly around the Fire Ice here. Cat Nightmare versus Cat Beast, huh? Could maybe play my field first within a bit. Okay, great draw. I don't know what this pause is. Yeah, weird bolt, I know. I feel like a lot of the plays have been weird. I could go tap draw here. I kind of like that more just because I feel like the Kaheera is so vulnerable. I also need, I really want to be drawing cards and progressing through my deck a little bit. I'm not accusing my opponent of stream sniping, but I am just saying that like there's some of their plays have been weird. We don't, you know, it happens. I know some amount of the time, but I'm not making an accusation with that comment. Just trying to think if I play my Seachrome Coast or not. Still have 2 Awakenings in the deck. It's probably fine not to. Well, when I counter draw, yeah, if they have a removal spell for the Kaheera, then my Teferi dies. Which isn't like something I feel like I can afford. Okay, they probably should have attacked me with Ragavan first, unless they somehow could kill Teferi. But they've already played the land, so I don't think that that's the case. They're attacking the Teferi, okay. I guess I wasn't necessarily expecting that to happen. We drew an answer for the monkey. We play Blood Sun first. Alright, it's probably going to be pulling too far ahead at this point in the game. We'll see. Still have game 3 on the draw. They could just rip burn. They could, but it's also the case like they're a prowess deck. Their deck plays 4 lightning bolt, 4 lava dart, and I'm at 10. It's really hard for them to burn that much. It's like very unlikely. Why did I play Coaster Flagstones? Because I said when I didn't, Valakut Awakening. If I drew another Valakut Awakening, I would have wanted to hold it. I have a ton of mana in play, so I didn't feel like playing at the land had that much value to it. But I also said it when I did it. Yeah, you're good, it's fine. It's a little bit of a pet peeve. Not the biggest crime. Okay, and now they've used 3 lightning bolts, so I find it to be unlikely that they're going to be able to burn me out now. Okay, I have enough to flashback Deluge. I think with the Deluge, I'll just play out my lands out, though. I think that deserves a Cryptic. Game should be... I know I've been saying for like the last several turns that the game should be wrapped up, but it should be. Should be pretty wrapped up here. I could have played my land against the Flashback Deluge, but I think I'm just gonna go hold up Solitude / Awakening instead. Alright. Alright, just which spell leads us to game 3. Opponent definitely seems like a fighter though. I could play like 1 copy of Force of Negation on the draw over like Cryptic Command number 4. Cryptic is pretty good for turns where you go Teferi into Cryptic though. I think I'm just gonna resubmit. No, I don't think Ragavan. They're a Lava Dart deck. I don't want Ragavan. They also like brought in Ending. Sand is like just too slow in this matchup, I think. Opponent kept 7. That was a courageous mull. I mean, it was like a really easy mulligan. Channeler number 2, please. So I could just 3 for 1 to Fury. What do I pitch? I think I have to pitch the Blood Sun. I don't like it, but I think that's the line. This lets me Kaheera next turn too, which feels pretty important. I like Awakening. I mean, I like Awakening too if I rip an untapped land off the top. I like it too. But if we don't rip the untapped land, our hand is just like does nothing all of a sudden. I don't think we have that luxury. Obviously rip the untapped land. Pitch Awakening. Well, the thing is, if I pitch the Awakening, I don't have the 3rd land for the Lotus Field. You know what I mean? I know I drew it. I know I drew it, but I think that this was the right line. And we have Solitude in hand, so like the untapped land. Take a Lurrus in hand here. It's a really, really clutch draw. I could, No! What is this tank? What is the tank on the Spell Pierce? I guess I'll Spell Pierce the Chalice here. I was not 100% sure, though. Golly. I guess I'll Spell Pierce it. I play Flagstones of Trokair because I have Lotus Field in hand. Sorry for the tilt. Just a very high stress situation. I know my opponents take their time with their decisions too. They've got 2 cards left in their hand. We're still at 14. We still have Cryptic. We have a lot of good top decks. Game's not over. It's also possible they have Prismatic Ending in their hand, and they were thinking about, do I want to save this Prismatic Ending for the Chalice? That's definitely possible there too. Well, let's hope they burn their only Spell Pierce. I don't think I'm supposed to play around a second copy. Please don't tank and then Spell Pierce. I'm gonna lose my mind. Gonna pop a socket. Let's pop a vein on my forehead. Okay, Lightning Bolt Teferi. It's pretty good for me. Keep a card on top, less good for me. Did we bounce draw? What did they keep on top? What did they keep on top? Another Lightning Bolt. So Lightning Bolt's the Teferi. 2 cards in hand, 3 cards after the Channeler comes back. I'm freaking out, man. Replace Channeler. I think they've got Prismatic Ending. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just drew that. I think they have Prismatic Ending. I think, like, I know I freaked out, and I shouldn't have been so hot about the Spell Pierce tank. I just, you know, stressful situation. But I think they've got Prismatic Ending, so I'm gonna be trying to play around that to the best of my ability. And then I'm probably icing the Channeler. Let's see what they do here, I guess. Okay, so let's just tap draw with this. And then maybe the Chalice can counter the Ragavan if I'm wrong about the Prismatic Ending. Me and think for 15 months, appreciate you. Yeah, I know I'm allowed to get heated. I just, like, try not to, and you know, it's very easy when you're streaming to, like, lose your composure for a second and, you know, say something you don't mean, and I just want you guys to know I didn't. I don't like it when I get that heated. So I can go Blood Sun, Chalice on 1, untap, and Solitude. Seems pretty good. Although maybe Chalice. I think let's get the Blood Sun down. Yeah, we've been drawing super hot for sure. Oh, I probably should have tapped the Chalice though. I should have tapped the Lotus Field earlier. Yeah, karma for all those that saw the Mold of 4 and then doubted. Wear Tear Fused. Okay. Guess that checks out. Still pretty ahead. Here's Ragavan Mystery card. They kept a card on top of their library though. That's not so good. Still feeling pretty ahead. The grindiness of this Jeskai Prowess deck is pretty absurd. Okay, the Graveyard Explosives. When I play a land for Chalice or Force Spellbearers, I should have. Yeah, and then like this was like why they were tanking on the Chalice, I think. No dash there is like a little weird. I guess it's fine. Why aren't they attacking into Solitude? I don't understand how they think they can afford to play around Solitude. Just kind of doesn't make any sense. They've made like a lot of like really weird decisions that I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't like to accuse my opponents of ghosting, but it does feel like there's a chance, huh? Sorry, shouldn't have said anything. Because you played Hallowed Fountain untapped. Fountain always enters untapped with Blood Sun. I didn't pay 2 life for it. It always enters untapped with Blood Sun. Found another Swift Spear off their iteration. I'm flooding out a little bit. Opponent's a good player. I mean, I actually absolutely disagree that them playing around Solitude is correct. They're really, really behind. I have a Teferi with 6 loyalty. I'm of the opinion that them playing around the Solitude is a really bad play, actually. Let me actually tap this Swift Spear. Like, I know that it worked out in the spot, but I think with the information that they have, they absolutely cannot afford to play around Solitude. It makes, like, just no sense. That being said, like, players are capable of making the wrong play, and, you know, the wrong play doesn't mean that you're ghosting, but there's, you know, there's been a few plays I've disagreed with this game. Alright, that's probably a locked up game. That ice was pretty clutch. Put in super deck grindy, could draw to this. I don't know. Like, trying to outground like the active Teferi just like makes no sense to me. I don't know. It's fine. We don't need to argue the lines. I'm not accusing my opponent of ghosting. And we did win. We did win. Let's just celebrate the win. I know it was a really, really stressful league, but we got there. Lotus Field's still pretty cracked. And somehow, despite Ginger getting, you know, 6 trophies in the last like 2 or 3 days, I've caught up. Which feels really freaking good because Ginger's been on like this insane tear. We've got 7 trophies in the last 3 days. Yeah, I know. I did lightly accuse. I didn't, and I'm saying I didn't mean to. I redact the statement, right? I'm streaming, and so it's hard to keep a filter on yourself the whole freaking time. But I redact the statement. Sorry. All right, and we've got 2 VIP or mod redemption.